on to your foot warm up and stretching strength routine to do every day before you go to a ballet class or even gymnastics practice because you still have to have like pointed feet for gymnastics. So let's get into it. You're gonna need a ball, a TheraBand, and a block. These are fairly easy materials to get. You can get this on Amazon or probably like most dance websites, like dance accessories. You can just use like a lacrosse ball or a baseball. I have this lacrosse ball and it works really well. You can also buy one of those foot rollers, which I also have, but I prefer this for the warm up. And then the block you can even find it size below, so that's where I got mine. And yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so to start off, we're going to do some rolls on our foot just to get our feet a little warmed up. So we'll do 10. Next one's the side, figure the other. This is just to get your muscles warmed up and more pushed up before we move into more challenging stuff. Okay, now we're going to basically stretch our toes on the ball, which is a bit tricky because you touch the leg. So you're basically going to put the ball near your toes and it's going to stretch your toes. Which will help you get a higher depth. You can do any of your toes. I'm doing like them all. The hardest one to do is the pinky. Okay. Now we're gonna switch sides because yes, we're gonna switch. Hmm. Okay. Now that our feet and toes are all warm, we're gonna do some theraband. That will like help your point go. So I'm gonna sit on the ground and take my theraband and place it on one foot like this. And then we're going to do 10. So one, two, make sure really lengthen your toes. Three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, and 10. Now is just roll through and we'll switch. So we're going to do 10 really slow and controlled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter how far you get today. It matters how far you get to 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10. Okay, now we'll relax and we're going to move on to a stretch movement that we can do to get more flexibility in your ankle, like right here. So let's do that, and then we'll do maybe more stuff with TheraBand and maybe even watching with the ball. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay. So um for the block stretch, we're just gonna place it here. We're gonna do a couple stretches on the block, and the first one we're just going to sit on the block like this, and just sit in our heels using your own body weight. And if you want, if you don't feel stuck at all there, you can pull the block up a little. That will give you a little bit more of a stretch. So basically, if you're in ballet, when you point your foot, you want this whole ankle part to be flat. You don't want it to like come up. So that's what this press is for. Okay, and we're finished here. Now we're going to move on to a steps for our demi point. So we're going to go onto our toes, and we're just going to sit. So like you'd be going on a demi point. This is very similar to steps on the ball. It's just that you're getting a little bit more because you have the pressure of your body weight. Okay, so as we're floating here, you should feel a good stretch in your toes. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to do another stretch similar to this one, but instead of just sitting, you're going to be and you want your feet like lots of time. You're gonna go up onto your toes and don't sit like this. This only touches your toes. You want to sit like this, so you're sitting and touching your ankle. Well, can we get more? She doesn't have any legs. And we'll do one foot now. So you can see there's more of a stretch. If you do a single foot. Okay, and then we'll switch. I get such a good stretch right on the front of my leg and um, ankle. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to some more strengthening exercises. So yeah, first go grab some water or anything that you need to take a little. Okay, so now we're gonna do some more stuff with sorry, strengthening with our TheraBand. And so basically, how this is gonna work is you're going to place the TheraBand across your foot like this. This is to strengthen your bubble muscles, I think. I don't know what to call them, but they're really bubble muscles, the ones that you keep together. So then you're gonna place your other foot in here, and we're just going to open and close, and that's going to strengthen this muscle. And then we'll do it the other way also. Okay, now to do the other way, it's a little bit tricky. You have to keep this parallel and cross this foot over. So we're gonna have to do that much, but you have to, I'm kind of using my toes to hold it. And then we'll just Okay, now let's do the other side of those, and then I think that's our last exercise. Yep, that's all. Okay, so you're just going to open and close the leg. Okay, now we'll switch to the other way. You might have to adjust this. I gotta hold it with my toes. Mm. And that was it for today's foot stretch and strength warm-up routine to do every day before you go to ballet or gymnastics practice, class. So yeah, of course.